Smoky had a score of 95. Here we are, getting started. And we got full marks coming through the curtain. But for the stand he moved back there, and I forgot to wave to the crowd. So we lost a point there. Now we're heading on to walk through the hula hoops. We did that quite nicely, but touched twice, so he lost 2 points for touching the hoops. Going through the scary corridor, full marks there. Coming and standing over the rail with his front feet only. Nice halt there. Click and treat for the nice halt. And asking him to back over, and he stood on the rail there, so he lost a mark for that. Going on forward to get ourselves sorted for the weave through the 5 obstacles set in a circle. We're going to go around that green one and then weave from there. So going around that one, weave across that one, around that one. He had one tight rope at some point here, so lost a mark for that. And round the last one. So he lost 1 mark on the weave for that tight rope when he was flinging his head around. Now we're heading over to the jump. Smoky got 95, but I think he was about 13th in the ranking, which just goes to show how wonderful it is that more people are getting started with this. Here we go over the jump, and it was close enough to a jump. Not perfect, evidently, but close enough for a starter horse, which was good. And now we're heading for our individual obstacle, and Smoky has chosen this month to do the pedestal. And you can see he's doing his world famous 10-second 3 feet up on the pedestal, which was pretty special. 3 feet on the pedestal for that long was pretty special for old Smoky. Then we're going to ask him to just shift his shoulder over so we can go and get our garland, which we have lying on this barrel over here. Ask him to halt and put my rope over my arm so I can do the garland up. So leaving the float in the rope while doing all this stuff was an interesting skill I had to really think about. I think there was a loose rampant safety pin there I had to retrieve. Do up the garland around his neck. And he stood there very nicely while we did all that. And now I'm going to go over and do the final obstacle, which is waving our patriotic flag. So asking him to stand so that he's facing our adoring crowd. And we're going to wave our flag in our finale. A great deal of fun was had by all. And thanks to the Online Horse Agility Club for making this such a fun event for all of us. And Smoky comes around to take his final bow.